NASCAR fans woke up to shocking news spreading rapidly across racing communities before the Phoenix race weekend officially began. A star driver had been suddenly banned, leaving fans confused, angry, and desperate for answers about what truly happened. Social media exploded as rumors spread about the unexpected suspension just days before one of the season's biggest races. Fans questioned how a top NASCAR driver could suddenly disappear from the starting lineup without any warning from officials. Phoenix Raceway was expected to host one of the most competitive races of the season, with thousands of fans attending. Instead, the focus shifted from speed and strategy to controversy and a shocking decision made behind closed doors. The driver involved had been performing strongly throughout the season and was considered a serious championship contender. Many believed he had the speed, the team, and the confidence needed to fight for victory at Phoenix. When the announcement became public, fans struggled to understand the sudden ruling from NASCAR officials. The organization confirmed the driver would not be allowed to compete in the upcoming Phoenix race. Speculation quickly began spreading across racing forums and sports media outlets covering the developing story. Some analysts suggested possible rule violations, while others believed the decision involved safety or disciplinary concerns. Inside the driver's team garage, the mood shifted from preparation to confusion within just a few hours. Crew members who were preparing the car suddenly found themselves unsure whether their work would even matter. For many fans, the driver represented one of the most exciting personalities currently competing in NASCAR. His aggressive driving style and fearless attitude had earned both loyal supporters and strong critics across the sport. As the story grew larger, media outlets across the country began covering the situation with non-stop updates. Television analysts tried to piece together what might have led to such a dramatic decision. The Phoenix race itself suddenly felt overshadowed by the controversy surrounding the missing driver. Fans arriving at the track were talking about the ban more than the race lineup. Several fellow drivers were asked about the situation during interviews before practice sessions began. Most responded carefully, saying they did not know all the details, but hoped the issue would be resolved quickly. Behind the scenes, team managers and sponsors began discussing how the situation might affect upcoming races. A sudden suspension could impact contracts, championship standings, and even team morale for the rest of the season. Fans continued sharing theories online, trying to determine the real reason behind the shocking decision. Some believed it involved a rule violation, while others thought it might be related to an investigation. The driver himself remained mostly silent during the first hours after the news became public. This silence only fueled more speculation across the racing world and among dedicated NASCAR followers. Meanwhile, Phoenix Raceway continued preparing for race day, with crews working around the clock. Track officials focused on maintaining the event schedule despite the unexpected controversy surrounding the driver. Television coverage highlighted the missing driver's statistics and previous victories leading up to the Phoenix race. Analysts reminded viewers that he had previously delivered strong performances at this very track. Some fans expressed disappointment because they had purchased tickets hoping to watch their favorite driver compete. Others said the situation proved NASCAR was serious about enforcing its rules and maintaining fairness. The racing community has always been passionate, and moments like this often divide opinion among fans. While some defend the driver, others believe rules must apply equally to everyone in the sport. Throughout the day, reporters continued asking NASCAR officials for more details about the suspension. However, the organization initially released only limited information while the situation was reviewed internally. Inside the driver's team headquarters, engineers and crew members faced difficult questions about their next steps. Without their main driver, the team suddenly had to consider possible replacements for the Phoenix race. Replacement drivers are sometimes called in when unexpected situations affect the race lineup. However, finding someone capable of performing at a competitive level on short notice is never easy. Meanwhile, the driver's fans continued showing support across social media platforms and racing communities online. Messages of encouragement flooded comment sections as supporters waited for an official statement. Some analysts began discussing how the ban might affect the championship standings later in the season. Missing a key race could significantly impact points and momentum for any title contender. As race weekend approached, tension continued growing among fans attending Phoenix Raceway. Many hoped the driver might somehow return to competition before the green flag dropped. The story quickly became one of the most talked about topics in the entire NASCAR community. From veteran drivers to casual fans, everyone seemed to have an opinion about the shocking decision. Racing history has seen controversies before, but each new situation creates fresh debates across the sport. Fans often remember these moments as turning points in a driver's career or the season itself. Whether temporary or long-term, the ban placed the driver's future under intense public attention. Every update from NASCAR officials would now be watched closely by fans and media. At Phoenix Raceway, preparations for the race continued despite the ongoing controversy. Engines roared during practice sessions, reminding everyone that racing would still go on. Yet the absence of the banned driver remained impossible to ignore for many fans. His empty spot on the starting grid served as a constant reminder of the unfolding drama. As race day approached, the entire NASCAR world waited for the next chapter of the story. Would the driver return soon, or would the crisis change the direction of the season? The racing world knows that controversies often create moments that shape the sport's future. This unexpected ban might become one of those moments fans discuss for years to come. Inside team garages, mechanics continued tuning engines and preparing cars for race conditions. Despite the drama, every crew still focused on speed, strategy, and victory. Drivers competing in the Phoenix race understood that one rival was suddenly missing. That absence slightly changed the competitive balance of the event. Some competitors quietly admitted that the situation could open opportunities for other drivers. One less contender sometimes changes race strategy across the field. Yet, many also expressed sympathy for the banned driver during interviews with reporters. No racer enjoys seeing another competitor removed from a major event unexpectedly. For longtime NASCAR fans, the situation highlighted how unpredictable motorsports can be. Even the strongest teams sometimes face sudden setbacks beyond the racetrack. The driver's career now faced a moment filled with uncertainty and intense public attention. How he responded next could define his reputation moving forward. Supporters continued hoping the controversy would eventually be resolved fairly for everyone involved. The racing community values competition, but also values integrity in the sport. Regardless of the outcome, the story had already captured the attention of the entire racing world. From garages to living rooms, fans everywhere were following every update closely. Race weekend finally arrived with excitement mixed with the lingering sense of controversy. Phoenix Raceway prepared to host another dramatic chapter in NASCAR history. Engines roared as practice sessions began under the bright Arizona sky. Drivers pushed their machines to the limit, while fans filled the grandstands. Yet conversations in the stands kept returning to the banned driver's absence. Many wondered how different the race might have been with him competing. Television commentators revisited the controversy repeatedly during race weekend coverage. Every discussion reminded viewers of the dramatic news that had shocked the sport. Despite the controversy, the race itself promised speed, strategy, and intense competition. Drivers prepared to battle for victory on one of NASCAR's most challenging tracks. Pit crews stood ready along pit road, prepared for the rapid chaos of race day. Seconds in the pit lane often decide who wins and who loses. Fans cheered loudly as drivers rolled onto the track for final preparations. The excitement of racing remained powerful despite the ongoing controversy. For the banned driver, the Phoenix race would unfold from afar instead of the cockpit. Watching rather than racing is often the hardest challenge for any competitor. Many fans believed the story was far from over even after the race ended. Future announcements from NASCAR officials could still reshape the entire situation. Moments like this remind everyone that motorsports include drama both on and off the track. Rules, decisions, and controversies often become part of racing history. As engines echoed across Phoenix Raceway, the sport continued moving forward despite the controversy.
Yet the shocking ban remained a story fans would not forget anytime soon.